We got a printer crib. You futuristic. From work, nigga. I respect that.
Oh, I use these.
What?
I use these.
Use my own hands.
The ghetto, like, fuck. What
I be praying anything.
Fuck that corporate shit. We using all their fucking resources. RightonQuelive, and we are live. We have a very special episode. For one reason, I'm about to talk some shit. Fuck being humble vibes, and for other reasons, I have some very pivotal. Alright, hey, enough of that Dada shit. You grown now. But we have some pivotal people a part of the We Are Live album, and by the time this is coming out, it won't be out yet, but it'll be on the way. So
it would have been perfect. Yeah, it won't be out yet, but
you know, like rollouts. You know, we done had a few different rollouts. A lot of people don't know, but we had a few different rollouts with this shit. But you know, it's still coming out though. Starting with you, my man. Introduce yourself.
yo, what's up? My name Dave. My artist name is OneTakeDave.
How you spell it? How you spell it? You know, spelling is very important.
It's not no number one.
Okay.
It ain't no hyphens in it.
All right.
It ain't no dashes. It ain't none of that shit. All one word. One take Dave.
And then the O, the T, and the D are capitalized.
You know, it's you
Stylized.
I mean,
Stylized.
you won't go that far, you know.
Okay.
So you know, yeah, I'm in this joint. What's up, bro?
Alright, cool. Okay. My man.
Right, no Wizard 215, Kid Wiz, Wiz Kid, because some people
Kid.
put on these joints. They ain't right. We just talking about that, but you know what I mean? Shoot, I'm gonna say all of them.
Okay, all right.
Say
all his names.
I'm gonna say all of them, get mad when niggas call me all of them.
No, but seriously, Wizard 215, man, on everything, Wizard 215, there ain't no special spelling either. It's Wizard, and the number is 215.
My man.
I'm gonna spell it first.
Oh yeah, do that. Yeah.
So it's Jus space and O. You know what I mean?
What kind
No
of space
T?
exactly?
No, just a space, bro. Like you
No
know
T.
how you no T.
No T at all.
No T. That's
Okay.
why the acronym is just uniquely sharing observations.
He does say that a lot.
I say it a lot. I got an album called
Definitely had an
Sharing
album.
Observations.
Not that old.
It's just so though. You know what I mean? No
Just
hyphen. No
Wait, hold on.
apostrophe.
Just though. Now you confuse
Okay.
me. So if it's the just, which one?
The name is Jus O.
All right, gotcha. Nah, man.
I'm just Max Ali.
Max
6
Ali.
letters. That's it.
All facts.
All facts Ali.
So the reason we are like the general reason I brought y'all here today, like I said, we got the We Are Live album, and let's talk about this shit. Whatever. We're gonna recap it, get some insight to it, get y'all thoughts and opinions on shit. Whatever. Yeah, just recap the whole experience. I think this is like a memorable moment in the Philly scene for Philly music, independent type shit. Whatever.
Definitely.
So I'll start. Because my shit. But
My man having the year reunion already for the shit drop. Like, yeah, man, we just killed this shit, man. It's like how
He
crazy
just
this
accepted
shit.
the award. Like
that was a time for the shit.
facts. But what? What are you
No, I'm talking to the plug. Like, you keep
saying? He didn't know
going.
what you were saying, nigga.
I just said never mind. That's
All
what
right, I'm
I'm
saying he white. You got black.
I understand.
I know how to
understand.
decipher for him, so we can relay it. But you gotta go. All right, whatever.
It's cool. It's cool.
This Key and Peele skit.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was about to say, I was telling Dave the other day or maybe you, that I realized backtracking through text messages and all that shit, whatever. I realized the first meeting ever was February 18th. That was the first time we started. You wasn't there, cause you don't do your mouth shit.
Yeah.
Mouth surgery, oral.
I got surgery.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. What?
I don't think oral is the proper word either.
Yeah, like I had
This is
surgery.
the problem with the hood. This is why we never gonna get nowhere. Crabs in the barrel. Niggas focused on the wrong shit out here. See, the whole trying to tell y'all, like, but yeah. So 218 was the first meeting. But before that, though, actually probably 2 years ago is when the first time I actually ever started the shit, whatever. I went to Wayne or Kid or was it this guy?
Wayne Wizard 215.
You. But and I was like, yo, like, well, even before that, from high school days that we made those mixtapes back then, whatever. That's actually where the whole RightonQ name came from, because I had RightonQ records, and I did a bunch of mixtapes and niggas. Compilation shit.
Suge Knight,
Bro,
okay. I didn't know that.
Change his life around.
Yeah, and we did a bunch of compilation mixtapes back then, shit like that. Which I told him, yo, now I got the podcast shit. I figured this would be even more sensible, better way to do it, whatever. And it'd be even better to do it again now, whatever. And because I didn't know anything about music, yo, show me some beats. I don't know where the fuck to get beats from. I don't know how this shit goes, this and that, whatever. And you being the hoarder of music that you are, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Very, like, you like, I got 1,000 beats I ain't doing shit with.
No, you mean, you know, you see my catalog, man. I do stuff with them, I just don't be releasing it.
There's a lot of
That's
beats
true.
untouched.
Yeah, there's a lot of beats.
There's a lot of beats untouched. All right, yo, so Wayne, I'm gonna take 200 of these, and I'm gonna just like go through these for the next year, and I'm gonna see what we're gonna get from this, or whatever. Fast forward, tell Dave, I'm like, yo, I think it's possible to do it now, da da da. Fast forward, I'm like, I think, and I'm figuring in my brain, I got like 170 episodes. X amount of artists through these episodes. This should be a pretty simple process. This finna be a breeze. I was like, yo, I brought you on my platform, showed you some respectful love and genuine energy and spotlight and platform. Plenty niggas be DMing me and asking me to do shit. Come out, support this, buy this ticket here, like this for me, mention me here, whatever. Do it, no problem. You know, I don't do the begging type of promo, but plenty niggas do the begging type promo. That's your business. But I always just saw it at a practical level. Once it's time to pay it forward in a certain regard, niggas have no problem do it. Come to find out, niggas don't.
This nigga said, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
niggas don't really. Niggas ain't feel the same.
What you talking about, nigga?
Yeah, niggas don't really feel the same energy, whatever.
I did you a favor the first time. Nigga, you want me to do another one?
Yeah. So looking forward, like we ended up with 14 artists on the project as a whole, and a lot of people feel that's a lot. I feel I should have had at least 25.
No, hell no.
25?
25?
Could have worked it.
You could have probably worked it, but I'm glad the 14, that's it.
Yeah, first
It's
four,
cool.
he did good.
Like, 25, yo.
25 no lie.
That shit was a lot, bro.
I mean, one nigga get one verse per song.
Not even that, bro. It's
Look
yeah.
at
If that.
Like that would have
And they gonna have to put like 4 verses per
Yeah.
song.
Niggas would have to be all in there together.
I feel it would have been the same. Who project is this?
Yeah, my
That's true. All right, let's stop. You mean?
No, I'm gonna ask you, who do you think was, like, who else would you have wanted to be on the joint that wasn't on it?
Ish Williams. I'm just talking about the names that was on the board in the first place, whatever.
They don't get shot up.
I ain't about to. Well, we gotta make it known what it is, whatever.
So
like,
you bring it back to fuck you fabulous.
it's not about the fucking fabulous and circle. I'm not about to break everything down. There's certain people under, certain people not, whatever.
Yeah, I already know who.
But so just as far as people I felt could have filmed certain songs, we got
Y'all niggas
Ish,
blessed.
Chemist,
Yeah.
EBN, Everything But Nothing. Who else?
But that's why you just keep doing them. You call it now. Just keep
This
keep
not.
going.
This ain't the last.
No, I already
Of
know.
course not. Elena, Bina, a bunch of people, whatever. And of course, it ain't about to be a 30-track album. It about to be some QC shit, whatever. But you know, instead of people being on the drawing 5 to 8 times, whatever. I don't know how many songs they're on, whatever. But it could have been 3 or 4. One of them got one verse. Ain't right. Everybody not about to have 8 slots. But you know, one part there, one part there. I think it still could have worked, whatever. But the point is, more than anything, is regardless if someone did it or not, to show the same respect that I showed you was more of the point of the whole thing. And that's why I didn't get from a lot of people. But fuck them. It's all the people that did show the same respect, whatever. So I want to start with Wayne, actually, because he was, I was about to say, Dave, I'll start with you because you were the first catalyst of it with the beats. What was your perspective going into it? What's your thoughts now? Anything you want to say about this? Besides you being the best rapper alive since Biggie died, we understand all these things.
Can't go without saying.
All right, okay.
No, like I definitely. I mean, I talked to you personally about how I felt like the process. I think it was a damn good job versus how bad shit could have went. You know what I mean? But I just feel like there's things to learn from. You know what I mean? There's definitely a lot of opportunities for you to learn from moving forward. Like I think we should have had days where we all came in and knocked these joints out together. Because I think the back and forth was a little redundant after a while, especially depending on where cats was going to be recording and what end up in the end being.
No, that's not what I said.
It came out good though. I think coming to one of the bounce down sessions, we definitely banged out a hell of a project. And my hats off really to everybody that was involved in it and the professionalism that everybody showed, because there were definitely some nigga moments that were avoided. In the process, so you gotta respect it.
And how about you, Dave? Because you definitely probably, if not Wayne, you probably the most significant contribution.
Nigga was the engineer.
The engineer, the headquarters.
God damn.
You did a lot. It definitely
Provided the
wouldn't
space.
be possible without your contribution, sir. So I definitely appreciate you.
Yeah,
and
you
Wayne,
already
definitely
know.
appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Anything? Feedback?
I just wanna say-
insight?
Whatever wifey that is, y'all pocket. Alright?
Mm-hmm. Weak ass bitches. You know.
Nah. But
You tell her she one of them cam bitches. Like, oh yeah, suck my toes. Like buy my dirty panties. Like what one of them bitches? Like.
y'all pocket.
Ooh, like, you know, why she dress up like fucking Black Widow? Like,
It's stupid.
this bitch is
Watch too many movies.
Yo, chill
I watch Euphoria too much time. She doesn't want me Euphoria, bitch. But continue, okay?
Jules, homie. I don't even know. Well, what I want, I'm gonna start with what I was thinking the first time. Like, I was always, when you had said that you got a pack of beats, I'm thinking about like how I get my Jones, and I'm like, all right, you know, I'm searching different places and that. You was like, yeah, I got all these beats from one person. I was like, you ain't even go search for none yourself. Like, you ain't explore, you ain't do nothing. You just automatically knew. So I thought that was cool that you like, you know, because I'm definitely big on the beat. I really want to like the beat and enjoy the beat to rap. So the fact that you had a whole bunch of little drums, I'm texting you back and forth like, yo, bro, these shit is hot. This shit could definitely flow. Yeah, I thought that shit was cool. As far as the actual sessions going, you know, I've been really big. I'm super competitive. I'm pretty sure everybody in here as well. So just going through the circuit of, you know, starting to do the little shows that you gotta like sell tickets to pay for, and then you doing your own things. Like, you know, I feel like me and O was on one of the first joints I ever did together. That was like 2014, I was 15, some shit like that. Down So like I said, for me being competitive and me always like be like, oh, he did some shit like that. I'm about to break these niggas. I'm about to always have that, like, being so wound up in that that mentality, going through a lot that's like I'm able to like, I don't know, I've been self-reflecting on a lot of shit. So understanding like, yo, that shit ain't about that. Like, we all in the same fucking place. And like a big thing that I've been talking about behind closed doors is like, yo, like, Philly too big of a place. We already know, but Philly too big of a place to not have nothing, no real attention on us other than 2-3 people. Like, it's starting to happen now. It's cool, but like the more niggas fuck with each other, bro, everywhere else fuck with each other. The more niggas fuck with each other, like, I always call it a whirlpool. It then turn into a fucking tornado. Like, this shit, you can't do nothing with it. So when you came through with this, I was excited because one of my things was whether, you know, you like somebody's music or not, whether you whatever it is that you might have competitively or just being a peer in, you know, in the same scene, I'm gonna understand you as a person, and that was big for me. So like, to be able to meet everybody, regardless of any arguments we had, any, you know, back and forth was going on, to be able to understand me as a person, like, I don't know, we might, you know, disagree here, but you cool, you know, y'all niggas is cool. Like, I disagree with my brother at certain points, but that's my nigga though, you can't tell me different. So just because you got a disagreement with certain things, you know, it's more to a person than just, you know, what you seeing, you know, when you're not interacting with them. So that was big for me. I was fucking with that. I like how everybody was able to come together. Some people open to doing some things, some people locked into their own ways. You know, I'm one of the people as well. Like, so the fact that we was able to come together and get the music done, that shit was cool for me.
Yeah, and
along with it.
And I'll add to that. Whereas, like, definitely going into it, besides me just want to make an album I thought would be dope and I thought I could do it, whatever.
Yeah.
I definitely just, because it's an extension of the podcast, but it wanted to be a bunch of artists that were featured on the podcast. But the podcast itself is, I feel like, is a symbol of, like, an effort to build the city up and bring people together. There's plenty of times when I have guests that are like, oh, I didn't know you, or like, I thought we met like years ago, but we never did. But and we just had a dope ass conversation together about some wild ass topics.
And I randomly text you all the time, be like, yo, bro, yo, you like, you about to be the hub, like, little do you know, like, this shit, you bring a lot of people together, have a lot of different people looking at other shit just because of the strength, like, you know, because you niggas know you a good person, you a funny boy, so like, niggas just fuck with that off the bat. It don't matter who on the episode with you.
Yeah, that's
you
why I
hold it
wanted
down yourself.
That's why I do the album. So like,
Yeah.
and that's why I told you from the beginning. I also wanted to have like, instead of just like, all right, we want to email everybody this and that. No, let's really find a hub. Let's all meet each other. Let's have debates and talk about a bunch of shit niggas be smoking, eating, drinking, whatever, and then, you know, get the music at the same time, so it'll be a whole experience.
Yeah, for sure, and that's what it is. Like, you know, not paying for studio. Some niggas don't go, never went to the studio in that joint. So, you know, I'm somebody who's paying for a lot of studio time, so I'm in there like, yo, I'm not waiting. Like, what's up? I got that rap. Let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next one. So to be in a space where it's like kind of lax, we can chill out. You know, I personally believe whether somebody else may know it or not, like, that's good for us. That's good for like an artist to just be able to like not have no restraints on you and not always be so worried about the quantity, you know? Like,
Just getting
well,
work.
yeah, you just want to get so much done that I did the whole take 2 like that. I'm booked the block session, like, yo, I'm recording all this shit. Mix what you can. All right, did a little bit next one, nigga. Put the whole shit out, and it's like, I fuck with it, but I don't like listening to it. I don't like how, you know, the presentation is. Yeah, I think that's very big. And, you know, provided that shit was dope.
And back to the beats, like I definitely did have the whole track list. Like,
So you got all these from one person, nigga.
Yeah.
You ain't go explore none. You ain't click the 2.
yeah, niggas was making fun of me about the
SoundCloud.
foul names I had, but I had to like make a bunch of weird names of the beats so it can make sense in my brain, so it can like
Black
get the
national
order.
anthem banger.
Relatable street shit too, like.
Yo, the fucking beat names, yo.
Joe
Posse
Stan.
cut.
Using
Posse-
shit.
yeah,
That shit was
Posse
like Posse cut.
Power Ghost walk in.
Like, yo,
What's another? Battle of the
Aggressive.
Sexes.
yeah, Battle of the Sexes,
Yeah.
like
But, you know,
aggressive hip hop street shit.
Yeah, but to me that's
Stab the nigga
feeling.
in
That's
the
what you get
face
from the beat.
with a screwdriver.
Right.
Dong.
But that's feeling though. That's what you get from that beat, and that goes along because that's what you feel on shit. That's what you named it that, you know, manifesting, whatever you want to call it. But you got that too. You niggas came through with that energy and was able to deliver
You, my man, any insights, feedback going
to your
on?
liking.
Add.
Um,
Besides everything, say being factual, you best
Facts.
rapper alive, and you know. Besides that, of course.
Super cold classic.
you know, nah, I thought it was good. I just wanted to make sure, because I feel like everybody know of each other for the most part in Philly and like everywhere we be, whether it's like through social media or whatever. So I thought it was good to like actually meet people and catch a vibe when people talk to people like that. And then I just wanted everybody to go in. Like, that was my thing. I just wanted everybody to really rap and put their skill and talent on display and write their best verses and go hard. Because like for me, I just feel like iron sharpens iron. So it's like if you going in and you just killed the verse and it's 12 of us in there and we looking like, dang, he just bodied that. When it's your time to record, you gonna want to go even harder because you like, yo, he just fucked that joint up. So you know what I'm saying? So I just think that was the vibe for it, that it was like, for the most part, when we all record and if we all going hard, then everybody gonna have better outcomes, better verses.
And it was that I was fighting him on that idea. So I'm like, bro, like
From the
let's
very
make a good
first
song
session.
from the rip.
Very
Like,
first
yo,
session.
we gonna do that. Like everybody trying, you know, go. Let's make a good jump. But like even in that clash, like it's still the same thing. Like I'm not trying to put no ass verse out. So in a way, it's still right. Like
So whatever to get different ways to get to the best product.
exactly.
And lastly, because you were part of it in the beginning, but you know you went through
Yeah,
your
I had
mouth
it,
surgery.
Let me just tell them what happened, because you keep saying mouth.
What the? I can't say.
With an F.
So,
What a
I had a tooth pulled. I had, you know what I'm saying? I had 3 teeth
Is the
pulled.
teeth
You know what I'm
hurting,
saying? Yeah, but you just gotta say it though. You know what I mean? Like,
Nigga, knock you
I
the fuck
had-
out. We know, like damn, like knock your whole
I had-
front shit out.
Tell them, don't put that smoke on
It's
my
still on
name.
Cypher
Don't
Boy,
put that smoke on my
like,
it's
name.
not. You know what I mean? Look, I ain't listening. I had, you know what I'm saying? I had to get some shit done. You know what I mean? With my teeth and shit. So I was out of commission for like, what, 2 months? Nah, that was a long ass time. But just like even from the rip, like you were saying, like when I remember coming to the crib and you was like, you got the beats and you played me like 4 joints and I'm like, yo, these joints hot as shit.
Yeah,
like this nigga really like he really picked out some heat. And like once we, like you said, like once we got to the spot, you know what I mean, the hub and everything we was recording, it was just like I knew the competitiveness was going to be where it needed to be, and I knew that was what was going to push everybody to make the best song. Like you know what I mean, like because like Dave said, like I don't want if me and Dave do a track. I don't want Dave to
Kill that nigga.
No, but I want him
Off
to.
with
No,
his
I want
name.
him to feel that way. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I want to feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I feel like, all right, we both pushing each other. It's not about having a better verse than him. It's just about like,
Yeah.
yo, I want to have a good verse, nigga, cause I know you gonna have a good
Right.
verse.
And you don't want to be the Cole on the track with an Omen, or like a
Yeah,
Boz.
like yeah.
Y'all both want to be like Cole.
I mean, don't say Boz though.
Like,
Don't say
you know,
Boz.
like,
Just
y'all
say
both
Omen.
wanna-
You was cool with the
y'all
Omen.
both want to be,
You
you
was
know.
cool with the
It was
Omen
cool when you
shit.
did
Yeah,
compare
like-
you always got to try to
Yeah,
break some
like,
bullshit.
it's just about
Like,
having the
nobody,
best
you don't want to be
product.
on the track with Omen, like or
Alright,
Boz, or
okay.
like.
We ain't got. I mean, listen, this ain't that. But
You don't want to be stylish. How about stylish? Like, you don't want to be stylish.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
all right, yeah, right.
Give
All
me.
right. But no, it just was like it was good vibes though. Like you know what I mean? Like it was some funny ass sessions sometimes for sure.
Yeah, this nigga
No.
record fast as shit.
Who?
You.
Oh,
Ooh.
my bad.
Oh,
Be like,
shit.
we had to do that shit over. I don't know if that's on the paper. That made me mad again. That nigga came back through. He said, da. All right. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That shit was nothing.
But yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah,
It
so.
was business. I was there. We was trying to get it done.
Okay, we can. Yeah, let's talk about that. So throughout this whole process, as of anything you're trying to pursue or accomplish, setbacks and fuck ups going to
Oh
happen.
my goodness.
Like,
It was a good fucking Sunday.
yeah, so we had a bunch of different speed bumps where like niggas folding or frauding, or when Dave tried to sabotage the whole shit and lose all the stems.
Lost some shit.
Huh?
Shit
Oh, when he lost.
Oh
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. He tried to sabotage the whole shit, whatever. He like, oh, like, I was saying my shit like this is gonna be the best album of 2019.
So, yeah.
Like on independent level. He's like, oh word.
That's when my shit was dropping in December. Now it's dropping next year. So
He's like, oh word. All right, yeah. So he's like, yo, Q. I lost everything except my shit, but
Bro, I lost my shit. I lost a lot, and I'm very hot about that. I'm glad I got the MP3s. That shit was sad. I
kind
thought
of
the.
glad you lost that shit.
Why?
Because I wanted to re-record my Jones.
Yeah, good.
and but like I told
You supposed to drag a folder into another folder. The folder that you dragged in, they're supposed to go there, not overwrite the shit. Yo,
No, that's probably what's supposed to happen.
Mac, what's up, man? Y'all niggas tripping.
But it's funny. I feel like that was one of the examples where I feel like shit went wrong, but ended up being for the better. Because I thought your verse was fine, but there were other Jones that once we did them over, I'm like, no, this actually is better than the original. So like, so everything happened for a reason, cliche, whatever. But what else happened? But plenty times when like,
Yo, wasn't Pig just talking about
baby. But there's plenty times when
Goofies. We don't bring up goofies.
My fault. I didn't even want to get it wrong.
Say Disney
I
Channel.
just laughing at the joke.
Say Disney Channel.
Yeah, you fucking.
I'm for
Ew. She been, he done a disgust.
Niggas frauding, niggas folding. Oh, even me. Like, so after a while, it became a lot to like, manage everything, shit like that. But those times when I fucked up and then like lock in with you, but I told everybody else to come to your house.
Nigga
Like,
say, yo, we good? I said, what?
I ain't tell you. I told everybody else to come at 8. He like, yo, we ain't
Cold
fucking-
red. Niggas ring the doorbell. I'm looking out the side door like, oh, tripping.
Yeah, so but it was definitely an experience. But let's get to the track. We'll get back to the rest of the shit later though. But the intro, well, I guess it does make a difference because nobody heard everything, but y'all heard some things, I suppose. But I guess you heard.
I only heard probably like, other than the Jones I'm on, I only heard two.
But between all of
other
us,
Jones.
though, we will all probably be on
The
one
bulk.
each song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably.
There's probably one of us on each song.
All
I
right,
guess the
so
All Stars, right? Like we just starting. Yeah.
definitely y'all the ones that put the most in. I
Yeah,
feel
we-
like I got the most rapport with y'all.
we just
It is
started.
what it is. But then we should, but yeah, so y'all two on the intro, talk about it.
Literally.
Talk about it. Thoughts on the intro, fuck with it. I guess both y'all think y'all graded, so I guess both of y'all got the best verse. I would say
who got the best verse?
I
That's not
started-
Max looked over slowly with the glasses like,
The conversation is just.
I started with it. As soon as I got, cause niggas wanna make fun of the beats,
Oh, it did.
but as soon as I got the beat, I was like, oh yeah, this is the intro. Like it's easy. Like got some build up with it.
yeah, that shit, I like how we first did that joint.
Yeah, I was like, oh, some skits can be shout out to Dave.
Yeah.
Like he was the first engineer, like the architect,
I just put shit together.
the
man.
skeleton
You know,
engineer, the visionary.
creative assistant.
Cause I was like, yeah, some skits should be there. But he was like, no, let's space it out a little bit when the beat drop here, this and that, time and
Oh,
put
let's
this
make these
effect
songs,
on it.
man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
rap
just like,
raps,
cause
make these
this,
songs.
a lot is also a learning experience to me, cause I don't fucking know shit about recording for the most part, or whatever. So I was like, hey, just pull up the skits there. This shit, like, wait for the beat
It'll
drop.
sound good.
Yeah, it's been fine.
over my shoulder like, what? Like that.
But so, man, I know you really fuck with the intro. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought the intro was fire. When you originally sent me the beat, I was just like, this is a long ass build up. Like, I hope you're not expecting me to have 92 bars just to get a beat drop.
What?
But then,
What?
depends. But then,
Niggas get brand new
you
to the
was
NFL
like,
jail. Pins now. 6 months ago.
he could do no wrong. Yeah, he could do slight wrong. But nah, I think once you put the the skits at the build up, I was like, this is the only way to start the album. Like it's your album, it's your vision. Like this is the beat I hear, this is the way I hear it. And then like when we first went in to record, and you was like, yo, Max, you gonna open it? And I was just like, I mean, that's the only way to open this shit too.
I mean, it's the only way. Like,
Talk about it.
I mean, after the first verse, I can't account for what they'll think of the song, but I do know that first verse.
I'm just happy my shit, because as long as my skits before his, he said, I'm still in the clear.
Yeah.
But as far as anything after that,
The first like 2
including
minutes,
your part, he said,
I mean,
it's null and void.
It sound good. I just.
He said he don't say nothing but facts.
Yeah, and you know, remember when we walked in the Gibbs, John, who was quoting who verse?
You got a point. We'll get back to that later.
We'll get back to that. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I ain't even gonna talk
my name
shit.
is all facts. I've never quoted a verse. I said I like the line you had.
Okay.
Me and rappers don't rap
Okay.
alike. That's a
Okay.
cool line. Me and rappers don't rap alike. That's a cool line.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if we being
That's a bar.
technical,
I like that.
Yeah, that's cute.
all technical facts,
bar.
all technical
You just about to
facts.
say it was cute.
Yeah, nah.
They ain't trying to flip it. I mean,
Yeah,
but you know, it's all good.
it's cute.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna keep it a bean. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I feel like everybody did their thing. That's all that I'm worried about, man.
Yeah,
that's
that's
wrong. At first, I was, I mean, you know me from the beginning. I had that energy, like, ain't nobody verse, you know what I mean, fuck with mine. But you know what? I'm a positive man now. You know what I mean? I'm more positive. I'm not going to say I shitted on everybody. Just, you mean, they did their thing. And that's what I'm going to leave.
That's what happened when
Viewer
niggas
discretion
get ran.
advised. Please, when you listen to this, listen to it as music, and then listen to it as competitive rap after the fact.
I feel like you can't listen to rap with a bunch of rappers and it not be competitive.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, naturally. It's going to be.
Yeah, like I feel like just like the USA team when they talked about the practice and they was like Jordan scored like 4 straight, then Magic was like Wade, and then they just started going back and forth like we not stopping until somebody wins. It's just gonna be competitive.
There you go.
So moving on to track 2, Dream Alive, which is still arguably one of my favorite songs. When I first got the beat, I'm like, this seemed pretty special. This seemed like a standout type joint as soon as it come on. That's another thing with the beats, I forgot to say earlier. I wanted to get all beats. I feel as soon as it come on, it's just like pleasing to the ear, it catches you. Cause I, just being realistic, I kind of knew I wanted to have like not like a 7-song, 10-song album. That's kind of ass to me, and I feel like it's lazy for most. It's either lazy or ass, where I judge a lot of albums that come out even on the mainstream level.
Yeah, especially you got 15 niggas on John, you put 7 tracks.
But no, niggas
wow.
still do that on our level, but then they just do 1 nigga per song, or then like 2 niggas per song. And I wanted to have every song be an event in a sense, whatever, and have different voices and styles, and have enough room where everybody can breathe and show all of their sides themselves, whatever. I ain't gonna just have, Wayne on Biggie beats. Like no,
right.
Let's show other sides, whatever. Like, so shit like that. But still, I feel like Dream Alive, as soon as you hear it, like, oh, this sounds interesting, whatever. And but at the same time, I feel like niggas can talk some real motivational shit, but not be on some super preachy, to pimp a butterfly type shit, whatever. And it's good. It got a bounce to it. So you are the only one on this here. So thoughts on it, sir?
No, that's like probably that's not my favorite genre, but that's one of the favorite genres I did. Like, cause Frankie, he surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's like I
on
don't.
some real life.
You like, oh, Frankie be rapping.
I said, oh, he rap, cause bro, I never heard him rap ever before that. You know what I mean? Ain't even going in, cause I remember he was like, yeah, it's the boy Frankie, and I was just like, who? Frankie? Who? Like Frankie Hill. And I'm like, the nigga that sing, bro. Like,
I was about to say Frankie Hill, yo.
bro, user.
Yeah,
Using Frank. Yes. I didn't know he rapped until that, and then he dropped the joint on the gram and shit. And then he was rapping, and I was like, yo, do that.
Full picture.
Yeah, like, do this.
Definitely.
Like, do this shit more.
Yeah, and definitely, like I said, I feel, you guys are the all-stars of this, but like I said, I know you more, and you guys came to most of the sessions, but definitely shout out to people like Frankie Hill, like, definitely, because he, he's one of the people, that's funny, I feel a few people I asked to be a part of the project that I thought were, like, automatics, like, you should, not saying, like, I'm fucking college.
No, you just figured it,
Yeah, like, pay it forward, like I said earlier. And when they didn't, and then when someone like him who come from Jersey and he be coming straight from work, cross the bridge for like late night session, he just no problem to him, and then he laying shit just like that. That really means a lot. So definitely shout out to him. He definitely one of my favorite artists from the area, whatever. I still love his project, User, and shout out to him and Theo, whatever. But yeah, I definitely love his verse. I love both your verse, and I like my man Coach verse. I think, and it's funny because I knew I wanted to have y'all on there. Initially, Max supposed to be on there, whatever. But then Coach was like, yo, I think I do a verse. I'm just like, I don't know. That ain't really a
This nigga
speed.
Q be like, no. They tell you no.
Oh, ain't really, no,
I remember I was
doing.
doing a verse. I looked at Dave like, yeah, bro, that's the joint. Dapped him and everything. This nigga Q was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that shit again. I'm like,
Nigga
cuz.
put his glove on. He said, man, do that shit again.
Like, like,
Do that shit,
bro, I'm over here dying, nigga. I can't even breathe. Bro. I got
That was
water.
when you was sitting down too?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, bro. I think you should stand up. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. Let me move the chair, nigga. Like, fuck that posture shit, bro.
But remember at the beginning, another thing I wanted to do was like I wanted to have you wanted to write to it. We'll figure out the rest later, whatever. I figured that was the best way to get the best product. Like especially one of the beats, one of the songs we get to at the end of the project. Like 8 niggas wrote to it because they were loved the beat so much or whatever. And I was like, all right, we'll see what the best shit. We'll see what lasts, whatever. But anyway, so when he did the verse, I fucked with it. I thought it was different for him. Like I said, I want to show everybody different sides of themselves. So I ended up that, and that's one of my favorite skits on the album as well. That was probably the first skit we did too, outside of the intro. So I fuck with that, young.
And Dream Alive out right now though. Just
Out right now.
That joint's out. Like the album's not out.
Yeah.
But
The album definitely not out. Dream Alive
Dream Alive is out though.
Right
You know
now,
what I'm saying?
factual.
So you can hear Jus O bars.
Just old bars. What's a dream? You ain't trying to make it shit into a business.
Not a damn
That's a big fact.
Big fact. Moving on. Next track we got All My Life. Another Jus O appearance with a cameo from Dave. So, and a skit again with Frankie Hill again as well. So the way that song came about, that was one of the best beats on the project to me when I first heard that joint. I'm like, this beat is different. And I knew I wanted to have Frankie and O and Dave. Because it was like, another funny thing about the beats is like, the way my brain is, I don't got time to be listening to shit forever.
You listen to that shit for the first 15 seconds.
That
and
shit
you
hot.
turn it off on there.
Like I said, as soon as it come on, I gotta catch your ear. So like,
green folder.
I'm gonna listen to 30 seconds. If I don't like it by then, or if I like it by then, it's going on tape, or it's an option, whatever. So I didn't know until we got to the session that Dave was like, yo, like I'm like the last verse, like it get kind of wild in there. I was like, for real? And he played, I was like, oh, like
Had
that
that
shit.
going for years.
That
Didn't
nigga
know it
said
had
for
that
real,
in it.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
they had it for over a year. I was like, well, that shit is crazy, whatever. And I was like, oh, you can have that part. I think you can handle that shit, whatever. But then, you know, the way it goes, after Frankie did his verse, I fucked with it. And then the way it was lining up, we just figured it wasn't going to be enough space for a third verse, whatever. Actually, we was, but then Dave suggested that we put two skits on there.
Yeah.
2 skits on there, and then we just added his little verse after after Frankie, did his verse. And then, shout out to Ty G. So, shout out to my man Ty G. Like, Ty G Mag's on a few songs, but this is one of the songs he did the hook for initially, because I knew this beat, I knew this song just need like a real strong hook. Shout out to Max, he actually wrote the hook definitely, that was his idea for the hook.
real shit.
Mm-hmm. And, but we didn't have no singers on deck at the time, whatever, you know. Almost every singer I asked folded. Nobody wanted to be part of the fucking project. Also, a lot of people also say, yo, you ain't got no girls on the project. Bitches is folding. Like I asked a bunch of women and bitches didn't want to be part of the fucking project. You can't say
women and bitches.
Y'all can't say
next to
y'all
each
can't
other.
say it's
Literally.
me. Oh, we're gonna get to the Me Too song too, nigga.
This nigga about to catch all the heat.
So like y'all can't say it's me. I asked, like that's what I'm saying. When I say 25 people could have been on there, this could have been. I feel this album is already a big deal.
We got women though.
The singer.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, all right.
said it could've been more.
Oh, it could have been more.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, 2?
Of course, no shout.
Like,
It's 2! 16 songs. But yeah, so like I'm saying, it could have been I feel it's a big deal, because also for some of the fact that I don't think a podcast has ever did an album, and that no one's, to me, ever did like a really good compilation album, like on this level. Like everything else we ads. So I feel like this is like a really good example of what can be we all come together more and do real shit. Anyway, moving on back to the song. So Taji did a hook. I was ready to down the hill for that hook. Like,
You was ready to
I
die.
was ready to
Like,
I was ready to down the hill. I was like, yo.
He might have died.
I was like,
I'm
yo.
like, man,
He did
start
the
the hell,
hook. I'm like, and then I was going around asking people. People was like,
yo.
this ain't it. Like, this ain't
Nigga did the
it.
SpongeBob. Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Yo, I'm gonna head
head
out.
out
Oh, this
on
track
that
3? Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna Dream Alive was dope, but the intro, I'm out on track 3 though. But but we didn't have no other option at the time, whatever. So
He ain't had his alkaline water.
yeah, so shout out to Alkaline, 9.5 too. But so I'm like, all right, we're gonna keep it as a reference, possibly this and that. So we end up shout out to Gerb. He like, yo, I got a girl that really can sing, and she don't really do shit with it. She'd be like singing in church and shit. I'm like, cool, she can come through. So shout out to Whitney.
That's always the fire singer.
Yeah, you definitely got the choir girl. She church.
And she came through and killed that shit. Saved the fucking song, and yeah, I feel that song. We probably would have chalked it if
She got
if
church
we didn't
choir
get it on.
verse and all that.
Yeah, but shout out to her.
She killed me on the low.
Yo,
They had a little back where she
It
grabbed
was
the fuck
fucking
up.
rumbling there. I'm like, yo,
She ain't killed me with none of that.
cut the
She ain't
tension.
killed me with none of that. She killed me. This is why I say she killed me, because I went to the store the next day. I just ran out of fucking paper
So
towels.
that's what niggas always say. I just ran out.
The soap was downstairs. She told my son, ain't got no soap and no paper towels.
Niggas never got soap.
Like niggas cribs always like. I'm like, wait, hold up. You a dollar short a day later.
She called you the engineer, man. What she say? She said, Mr. She said, hey, Mr. You.
Press the button.
Can you press the button? I'm like,
And what'd he do?
Shorty ain't never.
Press that damn button.
I mean, he was a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? He made an executive decision.
I respect women.
You feel me?
So press the
To
button.
press the button for us.
He respects
She
women.
goddamn button.
He respects women when something called me too, though. Once upon a time.
I just, you mean I could do that because I gave an idea. I hear you. I gave an idea, and we took 20 minutes to lap all the way around to try everything just to be
Just
like,
to
all right,
go
yeah,
back
let's
and
do
do
that. Yeah, I'm like, all right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's
That's how I go though. Yeah,
You know,
that's how
shout out
she
to
go.
women just being difficult a lot of times, just for men to scare them, like just to go back to where we were saying in the first place. Like sometimes they gotta go the long way to get back towards the right way, which is the way the man's.
Yeah, you should.
I don't know what you talking about, cuz.
Nah, but I like when she can't do the help for that shit.
She definitely saved the song.
She
Shout
saved it.
Yeah, for
shout
sure.
out to her. Definitely planning to work with her some more in the
Bless
future,
that.
whatever.
That's why record. You can always delete the shit. You mean just test it out.
Definitely. Track 4, Talk Heavy. Start with you, my man. You know, you got the first verse. Man, before we give it to you, let's get to y'all too. Cause Wayne's like, y'all got the best verse. I started with the ready, set, go. I gotta have the first verse. And also cause Wayne don't follow fucking directions. And I said, yo, this is your fucking slot right here, my nigga. You're right to this slot. I'm gonna rap to the beginning of the song. I gotta rap to the beginning of the song. Then you get mad when I don't put you at the beginning of the song.
Yo, you told me when we first laid that joint, I remembered I had to cut it. I had to cut it down. And I was like, all right, if I gotta cut it down, this is the part that gotta go. So when I went and recorded it, I cut it down.
First part when you cut it down.
I swear, when we first did it,
Oh, now he
I
swear.
remember the
Now
part.
he's-
I don't remember if it was from the rip, but I remember the part where you was like, yeah, he added. Was that the part where he added all the West Philly stuff in?
No, that was
That was the
the
intro. Oh, all right.
another fucking cut that.
We never told you to cut down that Talk
Goddamn,
Heavy.
nice,
No,
North
no,
Philly,
no,
nice
no, you
town
had-
niggas just cut my shit, but
You
it's
had
okay.
you had the. I feel like your verse line was cool. Didn't he change it though?
He changed.
He changed
I cut,
it.
yo, in that song, like, I felt like
You
at
took
the
a part
end,
out, and I was like, damn, why you do that?
I took out a little piece of it because at the end, I remember like it was like somebody had to come in on the upbeat, not the downbeat. And I'm like, all right, well, let me cut it short so the next person could come in a little smoother. Then, I mean, we get to the studio. He's like, yo, you should have kept this, that, the third. I'm like, nigga, I know you told me to cut some shit because the
Actually,
cover was over.
This how I know I didn't tell you to cut it off. You had the last verse at first. So
But when we recorded it, I had the
I
first.
said first.
When we recorded it, I recorded first.
No, anyway though, when I first heard the beat, I'm like, oh yeah, because you know, I knew like, oh yeah, this nigga get some bars off it. I knew the intro's gonna be some hard shit. The outro, I wanted that to be a posse cut, whatever. I'm like, this could be our middle ground for the album, and this just go in on some comments. I thought the beat also was kind of unorthodox. I thought we can get a different flows, different styles, because it's like very open.
I like that beat.
And so yeah, so when Dave did his part, I liked it because I felt like it was on some unorthodox chill shit, and he could set the tone nicely for it. I already knew what Wayne was gonna do. And then I don't know if I had you in mind initially for it, but maybe I did, whatever. But you
I think about time that it said,
Yeah, that's why y'all was talking about the best verses and shit. Like I ain't
you
really.
kept
wanna
going
get
back and
into
working
it.
on that joint. That shit's
Yeah.
embedded in my brain, dog. Every time that joint.
I was like, alright, yeah, but
You ain't
yeah, that
even final
joint
product
was
yet.
cool
We see
though.
that.
That joint was definitely. I fuck with everybody on that joint though.
And shout out to Ty. Ty had the second verse on there.
I had to step up to the plate.
But yeah, I fuck with that John. I want to do a video for that one actually, on some like special delivery, flavoring the air type, like black and white niggas on some shit. Whatever. After that, we got She's Gotta Have It. Should be out right now actually. If you're hearing this, well, you know this shit is definitely out right now. She's Gotta Have It. Featuring the Sierra Chantel, OneTakeDave, O, and my man Taji Mac redeemed himself. Came back. So the issue with this song is supposed to be Max. And Max is like, you know, long story. Like, yo, I ain't really feel it. let me out. Like, he didn't want to be on a part of the song anymore. He couldn't even get writer's block with it. He couldn't do it. So when it came down to it, yeah, you bended your verse. That was like actually one of the early verses too. And I was like, that shit fire, fuck with that joint, whatever. Toy Story, that nigga off the show. And he's super. Oh, so basically the concept of the song is, we men, I get my little toxic misogynistic bag every now and then, whatever. But I'm very well rounded. So I'm like, why not have a song about a girl shitting on niggas? Like, that'd be cool. It's before the Hot Girl Summer wave, by the way.
No,
way before.
Yeah.
Way before. I'm like, that'd be cool to have it, whatever. I'm like, even though Spike made a track, I'm gonna say the movie's trash, but the show is trash, he's gotta have it. We can flip this into a song, and this would be a dope concept about a girl bouncing 3 niggas on some hot girl shit, and having them niggas sick, begging for the pussy, and none of them even get it or whatever. So that's the whole concept of the song. Sierra, she does her dope poetry, breaking niggas down, each verse or whatever.
Sierra got the best verses on the project.
Man, please.
She got the best poetry on the project.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just being nice. Shit.
He's still trying to get the deluxe extended version song. Like, yeah, she
I
got
want to be on part 2.
the sequel,
Make it the part
the
2.
remix, the B side. But so she kills it, and I really fuck with everybody's verse. When I play it for people, or the people have heard it, whatever, a lot of people seem to lean on, like, for some reason, old verse, whatever.
For some reason,
For some reason.
it just falls out the sky.
And I'm gonna keep down on the hill with my man Ty G. When he first did it,
No, when he first did it, that shit was like when he first wrote that shit, that first opening line, I was just like, oh, this nigga trying to like get us. The
he wrote this shit right on the spot, so that's credit off the rip, whatever. And I was like, oh, this can be dope because it's just different. Like, and to me, it fits the vibe of the original story of like three totally different niggas, or whatever. Like a singer, that's actually makes sense, whatever. Then as we did it, finished it all, then we had to redo it. We know what a long story. I'm just looking past into the future, like, this shit can be mixed to sound even better. That's all I'm thinking about. Like, this shit can sound dope. Besides being like, eh. But, so, like, so y'all ain't heard here, I believe, Dave, you heard it?
The new
Yeah.
one? No.
Actually, no? Oh, well, but I think it really turned really dope, whatever. Also, spoiler alert, none of the niggas win. Like, she dips off.
Why you had to tell him that though?
It's out.
We don't even.
Yeah,
know
it
that.
is out.
It's out.
You're
You're
right.
right.
Fuck.
He's still
How was
trying to get the extended version.
how was
Like,
the
Planning on
setup?
verse 2.
How was the
It's like,
setup?
yo, track
How was the
2.
setup?
How's the setup? In this, if you could,
nigga 1, nigga 2.
yeah, if you could give people a visual of how is it set up. Where did I say my verse at? Where did everybody say their verse at?
You nigga 1.
Where was I?
Oh, you talking about the video?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, about the song. Like, if you was to make a plot about it, where was I at?
I really understand.
Okay,
Like
maybe
you
I'm
had
talking about
to,
the
if you
video.
had to like
You
visualize
saying like room,
the song.
that kind of thing?
Like you had to visualize the song on his verse.
I'm gonna keep it a being. It was just a joke, but now it's getting too much. I wasn't gonna say it.
No,
I'm chopping.
I need it. Please give me this. Skip to the
No,
next
I gotta
story.
do it. I gotta get this kid. I want to joke too.
It's gonna be whack now.
All right, come on,
No,
come on.
no,
Just
no,
throw the
no.
air
Just
ball.
let it,
Come
just
on,
let
throw
it,
it.
just let
It's
it.
slit. It's slit.
You said nobody got it right, and I was like, well, I was upstairs in the crib, so she
had to come
to the
back
crib.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Got you.
But it
That's
just-
why I said the video. Like,
you went
I would have
movie
been
something,
there.
you
Like,
feel me?
I would have caught up. Like,
I ain't know. I'm not a spoiler.
It's a
boy. I don't
miscommunication.
drop
Yeah,
shit.
got it. Shout out to the video on the way
Drop
too.
that.
That's definitely getting a video
Yeah.
for sure. After that, I should have found the fucking track list. But after that, we have.
You got it on your phone? Oh, damn.
Oh,
That whole thing.
Shout out to the phone over there.
Yeah, over there.
That you
But,
should just text people the track list.
Yeah, that would have been wise. It would have been wise. But
Is it Be Mine?
I don't think Be Mine. I think it's either Be Mine. Oh, now shout out to Mars Parker. So, quick story of Mars Parker. He went PR producer in the beginning as far as singer. I was like, he could do some. I actually wanted to be on the Be Mine song that we'll talk about. But I don't, he could be a dope, vocalist or whatever. He was like, and I know Mars is meticulous with his sound, Mr. Pop Light, Mr. Prince ass, Purple Rain ass nigga. Shout out to Mars. But he's like, I ain't really feeling none of this shit. And I was offended. And I was like, first of all,
I ain't
Mars,
feeling none of this
Mr.
shit.
Prince, nigga, you ain't really Prince. But I was like, these beats are fire, nigga. But I know it is what it is. So, but he kept telling me, which I respected, but I really want to be a part of the project, though. So maybe I can sing you something, you can build that. Wayne, we'll get to that later. He sent me a song as well that we had to fix. But we swapped out something. So I was like, I'm not against adding a song, but he never did it. 'Cause I also know niggas got bad memory, especially artists. So then,
That's a fact.
like later down the line, months and months, we end up seeing each other again, whatever. He like, yo, I'm gonna sing some songs tonight, whatever. All right, whatever, nigga. and he sent me 5 songs. And I listened to the first 4, and I was like, these ain't really it, nah. But then the last one, I fuck with them. I think it'll fit nicely where I got it in the podcast. Track number 6, it's called Crash. And at first, I wasn't gonna do it though, because I told people I didn't want to have solo tracks or whatever. But I was like, and then I ain't want to go through the headache of like, yo, like, Dave, like, you want to write something related?
That's you, bro. That's a smart man.
Like, you didn't win. You did finesse king. He's like, oh, I just made the deadline? Well, take this, like, but it's a dope, and it's like, cool little vibe. So I think people like it though.
Word.
After that, we got Be Mine, and a lot of people say I'm controversial. I like to beg to differ, but this song, I'm trying to get sued. This song, like, we got a nice little sample in there, and I ain't saying that's alleged. It's all alleged, but no, it is what it is. It is.
No, it's alleged.
It's all alleged.
It's alleged. I need my name in this lawsuit.
If they sue you, that means you make some money.
Listen, when I record my section has no sample. I don't know about that.
First of all,
no, sue y'all. You mean?
No.
He sued y'all.
First of all, sue this damn baby. She got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at this point. Like, but yeah, so Be Mine. There's Be Mine. Of course, they never really had to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how I had to go.
But yeah, so of course, Be Mine. It basically got a nice little sample in it. And when I first heard the beat, I'm like, I don't know how exactly we're gonna do this one, but I figure however way we can do it, it can be dope automatically. We just gotta figure out a way how to like get it done with it. It'll be like the way the sample is, like we can easily fuck it up, but as long as we just do it right, shout to go Mike. But we get done. And I think we end up doing it just as well. I was seeing Max and Dave had some ideas of how we would do the hook with like a sample rock or whatever. We ended up having Taji again redeem himself. I'm down the hill. I think he did some nice little background type of voodoo into messing with whatever. So Max, you want a song? What else you want to say about it? Whatever?
Yeah, I thought it was
you end up
good.
doing like you said you want to find like a new flow launch or shit like that.
Yeah, I thought it was good. That was just I try to do all different types of styles anyway. So definitely something for the women always is good for me. And then I just tried to find a flow that I feel like nobody used on the album and just play around with it, still get to the topic. So I thought it turned out really good.
Cause Queen made kings and kings gave rings.
Okay,
so
I ain't heard that, John. I'm looking forward to it.
That's not. After that, we got. I think we right into the shits after that. That's now. So funny story. It's called.
I'm about to say. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Why are you panicking?
Pointing at me last time. Yeah, my man.
So this is all Dave idea, right? But no. So from the very beginning, like I think the first like true tentative track list, we probably had like 14 songs on whatever, and I'm like, yeah, this could be this track. We're gonna get this shit done and we're gonna be done with it. But I was like, only song I'll add to it is we get an ass shaking type song. Like we get some pop that clappers, loop type vibes, and I'll add it because all my favorite albums for the most part have that type of song with them, and that like makes it complete. So, but I couldn't find no beat though. So, give me credit. One of the few beats I found myself.
Yeah.
So
you said that, I was like, oh, this shit hard.
I found a beat, and I was like, this is definitely the clappers vibe I need. So I was leaning on everybody, desperately. Somebody give me a hook. Please, we need a hook, we need to fire up. And my only idea was, let's call this shit Me Too. And I
gave you a hook for that though.
It was like a flow.
I need a melody for it.
Yeah, melody for it. And cause I feel down the hill, I feel that Me Too could have been flipped in some clever callback, act up type way. Again, way before the Hot Girl Summer shit. I feel like it could have fit the vibe of like, yeah, of course y'all making fun of rape culture shit like that. Whatever. But as far as like places, you like to get fun, Me Too, you like to turn up, Me Too. Shit like that. If I could rap, I could have made it work.
Right.
But so I asked a bunch of people. I had like an 80%, 20% split. Like 80% was against me, but
2%.
No, I couldn't get it done because nobody actually gave me like the real hook. If I would have got the hook, I'm probably make an executive decision, just like.
And the crew like, oh, if I can write this shit.
Real rap. And I always tell y'all, if y'all niggas lucky I can't rap, I would have made it already. I would have
been controversial.
I would have came out, I would have ended Drake. I'm really telling y'all, like, this shit would have been over. Like, this.
Right,
what you said?
Freestyle.
What I would have said?
Yeah,
what
like,
I would have said? First of all, nigga,
But
Meek said everything right.
Fitz page pop up.
He just
out of nowhere.
He give a fuck about
I'm just saying, man,
Fitz
that
page,
nigga's
nigga.
clever.
Drake, you a bitch.
That nigga making the page right now.
First of all, I'm not gonna let nobody that's white beat me. That's just never gonna happen. So like, it is what it is. We got people forgot that Drake is actually half white. So that alone just makes it just
He's
like,
disqualified.
yeah, it's just like it's not gonna happen. So.
Can you be J. Cole too?
Duh.
I was asking.
Any country.
You know what you
I'm
gotta
supposed
tell
to
him.
respect that.
You know what
Like,
you
what?
gotta tell him.
Nobody in the South beat me.
It's not going to go.
It's not going to go like
The way you think
yeah,
it's
like
gonna go.
I'm gonna let a white country nigga beat me. Trailer Park. That nigga's gonna be. Y'all niggas got the other dimension rapper Q fucked up. Like
Other dimension rapper.
yeah, y'all got me fucked up. Like I think that nigga just because he that beautiful bliss. That got nothing to do with me. I'm from Philly. What beans do?
There you go.
Yeah. All right. What we talking about? To the side.
No matter what you say, when the nigga say that line, you be like, I agree with that part. Like, silly, fuck it.
Well, yeah, so anyway, once we got past the Me Too possible debacle, I sent it to Lim. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. So I sent it to the guy. I sent it to Lim. Lim was a part of the album, whatever. And I like, yo, I can't find like basically my idea was nobody really came with the idea or hook or whatever, like some that. So I sent it. We trying to get a song done with him, whatever. But you know, we can't get it done. So I like, you like this beat, whatever. He was like, yeah, fuck it, you're on fire. I'm sending right back to you. And he literally did send right back in an hour with a hook and a verse. I'm like, it ain't really like the ass shaking, clappers, pop, that Luke vibes I wanted. More so like some Migos, straight Shimmer type turn up shit. But
People shake their ass to them.
ain't the bitch up. No,
Respect that line. Respect that line.
But still, though, I was like,
Freaknik vibes.
all right, I can roll with it. So I sent it to Coach, shout out to Coach, and he like, this joint hot, I'm gonna do it. And then once he did, I'm like, all right, y'all both matched the wavelength. I can wrap my mind around it. I let go of my clapper's vision. I can get with this, whatever. Months go past.
Don't tell the rest of it.
No, months go past, and then Len was like, yo, like, whatever happened with the song? Oh, I actually didn't finish it. I'll send it back to you, whatever. And he was like, oh, who the fuck is that on the song? Like, and I was like, and no, this is like all one message. He like, who the fuck is that on the song? No, I ain't feeling that, man. Either take me off or take him off. Let me get another verse and this and that. Da, da, da.
He started pulling executive decisions.
Yeah.
So I ain't seen that nigga at one session.
This is what I would say, right? Because I'm used to, y'all personalities alone. And I'm used to ego and competitiveness and all that shit, whatever. So I'm not against that. But to have the audacity to go as far as say, who the fuck is that? Take them over, take me other. And of course, he wasn't saying it like, I'm reading. So, tone is everything. But I'm taking it as like what you said. So the point is, I was taking it back. I was shocked and appalled and befuddled. Yeah, I was puzzled. I was taking it back. So then like once 30 minutes, 2 minutes passed, and it settled then, I was like, who the fuck is this nigga that he's talking to about my fucking song and my fucking album? Like, nigga, because of that now, this shit's a fucking single now. Like, but no, I do feel this way though. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to change their opinion as well. So I do believe. Also, another thing is, again, I like Lil music. He's cool, but you ain't Drake. So like, it ain't like you came with the Drake flow that was like undeniable, and then I put Lil Baby on the shit. Then it's like, not really fucking with it type shit. It was like, y'all.
They made it,
baby.
They made a John though.
No, I fuck with yes. I fuck with yes indeed.
I was about to say, that shit was
but
hard.
we still know who Drake is though.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. I'm
Like,
just
that's
saying.
what I'm saying. All right, Block Boy J. How about that one? Cause Lil Baby got a career at this point. So.
Yeah.
I ain't like I put Block Boy J in there with Drake, whatever. And then he's like, oh, I'm Drake. Like, why the fuck would you put Block Boy J on the shit, whatever? Like, so I was like, oh, again, the audacity of it. But again, I do like the music, and I think once it comes out.
So like you, never mind. Go ahead. No. I ain't saying shit.
So I think once it comes out, I think he might be able to be like, all right, no, here's what I don't love it, but maybe I can grow to like it. And I think other people may be able to like it and may be able to sway his opinion or whatever. Regardless, though, a nigga's never gonna tell me. And again, it had nothing to do with him. It depends on how he takes it, whatever. Like no, beef towards him, the way you take it. But nobody's ever gonna tell me what to put on my album, what to put on my songs. I asked you to be on the song, you got on the song. Job is over, job is done.
There you go.
So I was just baffled by the audacity. But I feel like the song though. We'll see though. To the side, single may be out by now. Just in
some bars. The whole John.
So on that
Wait. Stay tuned. Go ahead.
So on that same tone or same vibe, examples is after that, whatever. And
Stay tuned.
shout out to Examples. So we had another beat that like a hard ass banger type beat, whatever. And
Hard ass banger type.
That's
probably
probably the name of the
You
file
really
was.
speak
Hard ass nigga type beat.
hard ass, you know, fat meat type beat.
He had the descriptions though in the files. So
Yeah,
like,
for
yo,
real.
like, give niggas just bars 6 minutes of death. Just go.
Just go.
Let's go.
But heavily made flow. Oh, like no, but so. So example. So anyway, nobody like the song just wasn't coming together, whatever. Then we're gonna lose this vibe of the album, whatever. Wayne like, yo, you could switch it with this. I'm like, this shit is fire, whatever. And Wayne had 2 verses on there, whatever. It was a hot ass song, whatever. But I feel like I tell Wayne all the time with some of his songs. Sometimes you have the tendency to overdo things and to lose momentum, whether it's your freestyle or a song, whatever. And again, like my whole initial feeling of the album was, I felt that it's better to have different voices just to broaden the scope of the song and make it a bigger vision, whatever. So that's why I thought it'd be a good idea to put Coach on it. You still think your verses are better, which I understand because you're the best rapper since Biggie died. I understand that opinion, but I'm downhill. I'm gonna let you know what the reception once the song come out though. If most people, a few people heard it.
You gotta remember, if you're talking from your fan base, I mean, 90% of your fan base don't fuck with me anyway. So like, that's like,
Wayne. First of all, no one said you were ass on it.
No.
He's just saying he's starting with like a lower hand.
I'm starting with a lower hand.
I'm gonna let him know if anybody say no, this nigga, whoever's the other nigga on the song is ass. I'm gonna let him know that. I'm saying.
But no, I'm not even.
They don't know him. Like,
no, my thing is, when and this is my issue.
I'm a down the hill, but if I was wrong, I'd be like, no, Wayne, right. Nigga,
but no, my issue wasn't that Coach like was on the song. It wasn't that he was like ass or anything. My problem was the complete change of cadence was like, yo, it went from like smooth riding the beat to I'm like, oh wait, hold up, because I mean that's why I didn't sweat it. I said, yo, at the end of the day, yo, go ahead, do what you're doing with it, because I didn't even write that song. We would just I just had extra time in the studio. We played the beat. And I was just like, yo, let me just try to come up with something. And literally, I mean, yeah, Ghostwriter's name Wayne Brinkley.
Oh, okay, cool.
He dope as shit too. Check him out.
I heard Gibbs.
He said kill that.
No, but Gibbs tell you when we did that joint, I played that beat because it was just sitting in the tuck. I had like 2 hours left. I was like, yo, let me see what I can just do this. Then, I mean, so after it was done, we couldn't get that other track. I was like, oh, look, before I try to sell this to somebody, I give it to you for your project, and that should work.
I will say I haven't heard Mars Parker's song, but if any song was going to be solo, it should have been Examples. I will say that.
I'm downhill.
You about to die.
I didn't have a problem. You know what? Because when I got it, I had let my little brothers hear it.
Crazy.
No, and again, like I think y'all making fair critiques of it. Y'all just saying it could have been better as a solo. Which I think
Please. Go ahead.
No, you do
it. You got it.
Somebody else got to do it.
Just please, like when you listen to this, just listen to it like just for the music, and then the competitive shit next.
No, we speak
No, I'm not even talking from a competitive standpoint. I'm just like, it was a matter of the way he came in on it.
And I could never blame. That's why I feel this is different from the to the side thing. Cause I can never blame Wayne from that perspective because it was his song.
Okay.
Versus I gave you something to hop on, then you
That
like.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's his song,
That makes
so
sense.
you know I totally get his perspective of it.
I mean, like even if you put it on a project, like eventually I'm going to release it with the second verse anyway. So
Which I
like
wouldn't be mad at.
that's I just wanted you to be able to do what you wanted to do with it. So when you put Coach on it, look, at the end of the day, I didn't have a knock on it. I was just like, damn, the cadence
thought it was better
completely
with the
switched up.
I get it. So
That's
after
what
that
Lim
track,
thought, though.
huh? That's what
Lim thought though.
It's his song.
You're right.
But I didn't pull myself.
But Lim
I didn't
probably
say
thought it was
I'll
his
take the
because
song
nobody else
away.
could do nothing with it.
That's true. That's true.
Lim probably was like, bro, nobody could do nothing, bro. So I'm about to. That's why he sent that shit back to you in an hour.
In all fairness, though, I try to be unbiased. Examples really
Should have
fire.
been.
Have you heard it?
No.
Yeah, when you
That
hear
shit
it,
should
you
have
gonna
just
be
been
like that's what I'm saying. It's not even that homie verse was ass.
Right.
It's just
It
like
just was the vibe.
how
It just
Wayne
was-
had it, and then
Because it
the
was
switch
his. He
up
had
was
that
just
shit. It was like, you know, like you.
I'm a die on the hell. We gonna see.
Yo, listen, y'all know. I just wanted to be clear from here. So, I mean, when these random text messages come out, I am not saying Coach shouldn't have been on the song. I just the switch up threw me completely off.
Your switch up right now.
The
is
switch up.
me off.
No, yo, I gotta learn to play the PR game, man. 'cause
Moving
goofies be out
on.
here.
Moving on. Track 10. We got Save Change. Another great assistance from Max. So we had to beat. I'm like, yo, this beat is fire. Also, another thing Max did. Initially, track 2 is gonna be this song, and Dream Alive was in this slot. And he like, no, you should bring Dream Alive up, whatever. I think that was a great idea, whatever. So then we had to beat. I'm like, oh, this give me like. Anytime I bring this up, every time I brought this up in the studio, nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about. But Alan Anthony and Freeway had a song called Anything or Summer. They got a song together. And that shit was fire back then. Whatever. It gave me like real like nostalgic Philly rap soulful type shit. I'm like, yeah, this type of shit, this song gave me that was on the description of the file. But I mean, yeah, so I knew I wanted to have initially, I don't fucking remember. But so we ended up having Max, Jus O, and Ty. Any thoughts? You actually have the hook. We had no hook. That was another thing. We had no hook for a long ass time. Now, yo, we're not putting this shit on there on a hook. Like, this shit would just get chalked because that's just too many songs on hooks or whatever. And you can't do Save the Day.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Like, I knew a song you was talking about from like the old Freeway. Well, at least I could remember the vibe. I haven't listened to the song in probably years, but I could remember the vibe, and I was like, all right, like it's very very Philly. So that's what I tried to do with the hook, where it was like, I didn't want to make it a musical hook, because Philly ain't necessarily musical in the way you was like envisioning it. So I was just like, more of like, we survived this, how that sound? Like, when you went through everything you went through, how did that sound? You know what I'm saying? And then like, how did that make you currently? And then just went into the verse from there, but I thought it was really good. It was definitely, it gave me like early 2000s rap vibe, where it wasn't based on melody and hooks. It was just more like I'm rapping my experience, and it's so real you feel it. So.
Gotcha. And I think everybody really did a good job. And I gave initially just another person part of the project, but he wasn't a part of the headquarters session and shit. So he was sending me voicemails throughout the whole time. And when he initially wrote his shit, it was like just a whole extended clip verse. Now I feel this whole vibe, so I'm gonna let you get the whole slot. So that's why he had like a whole looking for trouble, cold type joint and shit at the end, whatever. And I think he could have. I don't think it loses momentum necessarily. So I think it ends up the song very nicely. Track 11 would be Oh no, that's actually one of my favorite songs on the project, whatever. And that's actually one of probably the first edition, even before the clap or the twerk type joint, whatever.
Nobody here on that joint? No, right?
No, ain't no way.
I don't even know.
Yeah, so anyway, so I'll just talk about it. When I first heard it, it was from one of your collections, whatever.
Probably know what the beat is.
But I was like, yeah, this shit give me like, I said Jay-Z, Linkin Park vibes, and they did a shit called Numb, whatever. And I was like, maybe we just talking about some reflection high type shit, whatever. And I was like, yeah, Coach, you can probably do this shit, whatever. Shout out to Scotty Cash. He did his verse where he did like a little quick bridge, fuck with it, whatever, kept it on there. And I like the song because it sounds like a very organic. I feel the vibe is like reflection and high type shit. I think the song came together that way, where like niggas just venting. It's like a bunch of just bridges together. Like a lot, besides just a verse, just the end, the boy Ty G on the end. Ty G redeemed himself once again, I believe, down the hill. But
I'm hearing more redemption than anything bad. So I mean,
yo, all my life was struggle. All my life, that was all my life was a little shaky. It was a little shaky.
Yo, that's my dog, man. I'm hearing too much redemption. He just seemed like he did his thing.
He was smoking right before the session. He went, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's my guy. Like,
shout out Taj.
That's why he's still on the project.
And he with the ENS.
I'm still down the hill.
And he with the ENS, bro. So like, there ain't gonna be too much more ENS slander and shit.
Yo, real rap.
ENS.
Ain't doing none of that.
We changed it to a podcast. This is the only ENS slander podcast.
Oh, you played on the summer league.
That's a
Probably
school.
did.
That's a school.
Yeah, probably cook us.
But anyway, fuck y'all. Shout out to F. But
wait, did y'all disgusting?
Dirty.
Y'all are the Don disgusting. Fuck out of here. What?
That's why I'm lying for the rest of the year. Niggas is the done die.
That's the prime. That niggas focused on what's under the whistle. We was on the street with it. And Wayne already knew what happened was on the street with it.
Who the fuck is Franklin though? Who is Franklin? No, what's the real though? Who Franklin?
You remember the wrong Franklin.
I'm just asking, who is
You weren't about the wrong Franklin.
I'm just you went to the wrong Franklin.
You weren't about the wrong Franklin.
He just got
You weren't about the
some
dumbass
random
Franklin.
nigga named Franklin got a learning center. Who the fuck is that?
Franklin,
You want to like shit.
you know you about to catch all the slander for that, man.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
That's cool. Yeah,
I'm gonna be quiet though.
Don't stream just uniquely sharing observations. But Numbs, I think it's a good song. We'll actually probably do a visual for that one too. Wait, moving on. After that one, I believe track 12 is Tears of Time.
Pretty good, man.
Song cry. Ain't no hey, we're meticulous. But Tears of Time. Initially, I was gonna call it Sons That Cry. I took a lot of titles from the same person I do the podcast, or people who I get the wild ass random titles from. If you listen closely, they always come for the conversation to them. Niggas just say this little phrase, whatever, and I just run with it. I think it's really cool with it. So, Sons That Cry initially something that Dave said in his verse, I really fuck with whatever. I thought it was like a real poignant type phrase. But then Tears of Time I thought it felt the vibe all the verse. That's Dave, initially gonna be famous, shout out to Fame. I was like, and I told Fame, I told everybody can write to anything, and I'm gonna just make cuts where I see cuts need to be with it. So you didn't make the final cut, whatever. Ended up because Wayne gave me a final verse in the end. I was like,
Didn't think you could do that.
No,
Okay.
not at all. I feel like you should do this more often. But you know,
Probably
yeah. So that was a great verse. Added that, and then we ended with Frankie Hill once again. So you guys thoughts? You two on the song?
Oh, shit was hard.
All right, cool. Guys. All right, moving on. Track 13.
I claim my spot. You know, I think I put.
Yeah, off the rip, Dave. I got verse 2. Also, let you know, Q, all these verses aren't the same length. I said, really? I would not know that. Like,
I only heard the first 2 seconds. Like,
right, we don't switch that.
he said, I'm like, right with the second verse. He's like, because it's not that long, not too short. I'm saying, word?
Shit like the little bear. I was like, all right, that's too short, but I ain't doing all that. Sweet spot. I think we talked about it. And then Frankie came did his job. I was like, all right, bet somebody solid to end it off because that's a lot of rapping. And then we played that new Wayne joint. That shit was like real. I won't say vulnerable, but like real shit, real life shit. So it just tied to the beat because ain't that what you had the beat called? No, the song called, right?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as
That
funny
shit
as the titles are, like I do the same thing with beats. Like I go for the emotion and then let that dictate what I'm gonna say. So I felt like it was accomplished across all. The whole board.
And since it was that's one of your beats originally, of course.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. I mean, like most of the beats I gave you, like it was something I had concepts. I had concepts, but not necessarily.
Anybody after this?
I had concepts, but not necessarily anything written for them. And ironically, when I don't know why, like I had a whole folder with your beats in it on my phone just for writing purposes. Then I wrote a whole song to it, like, and was like, bam, go ahead and lay it. Then literally at the end of it, my phone rang and I was like, hold up, wait, this beat came from this. I was like, yo, Gibbs, just cut me off after the first part. We just gonna call it that. And I ended up, I still got the whole song in the tuck somewhere, but it's like, no, let me just send Q this. And, you was fucking with it, so.
And I remember because it was like one of the late joints I got from you. And I was surprised you wrote just for the short part. I was like, this is meant to be. He gotta be on the song. Nigga, follow directions?
Nigga write every beat he got, he write the whole song, all them jokes.
Q, I'm sitting on a bunch of stuff. I just don't be, something like that. I'm not the type to necessarily always put myself out like that, but I write and record like that, but it's just not what I necessarily put out.
So after that, track 13, I believe is, I think track 13 is Familiar Secrets. So,
or Misguided.
No, that's after that one. But so a lot of, if you listen to the podcast or know me, whatever, you know that my uncle is doing life in jail for Fed drug time and shit. Fed drug case. So my first script that I ever wrote, like full feature length, was about, his life essentially, whatever. But now some typical bullshit, it's a pretty dope movie. I think I got good taste for that. We'll see in the future though. But so when it came down to this album, I was like, it just came down, it'd be dope to turn that whole script into a song. And I felt another thing, like I said, all my favorite albums got clappers type song, but a lot of them also have story track songs, whatever, where it's a whole narrative from start to finish, whatever. So I was like, that'd be dope. And initially we'll have 4 people on it, 4 different verses telling the same story. Well, actually, no. So I'll say this. We have a song in there called Misguided, and that was the original beat for it. I'm like, this be crazy, whatever. And I give Wayne his credit. Wayne said, nah, I think it's a little bit too hard. I don't think it's going to fit the tone of the story you gave us. And then he gave me Dirty Secrets. That was your beat also that I didn't have initially. And I was like, everybody else seemed to love it more than I do. It's a good beat, of course, but everybody else would be like, this beat is crazy. I'm going to write to myself this and that. Oh, I had that shit 5 years ago. Baby, I'm going to do that shit myself too.
Yeah, that shit dope.
It's funny, so it definitely was a great Audible, and so then it came down to Wayne being on it, O, and then Max. And the way I looked at it from the beginning was, I already know Wayne do this. I've seen Wayne do a bunch of stories all the time. I know Max is into that shit. Oh, I'm not sure, but I feel this would be one of the. I feel like everybody on the album, I feel like at least everybody had at least one time. I'm like, I don't know what they would do this with, but I'm curious to see what they can do. So that was one of the things was, I want to see what they can do this with. And I feel you killed your part with it. So I'm really happy you did that shit. One of my favorite verses from you. And the way I did it, I just wrote the whole script out again in like bullet points, sent it to y'all individually, and that's what it goes. So y'all thoughts on it? All three of y'all on it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Y'all haven't heard it, only he heard it, right?
Yeah.
No, I heard
I
it because I was good. I
haven't heard like the finish. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I was curious of how three voices is going to fit telling the same story, but it's still feeling cohesive, not just like three different stories. But I think it worked. The beat, I definitely think makes like everything cinematic, and then the sound effects and everything like that.
And shout out to Max for helping me add a bunch of sound effects that we did too with us, so you know, get more cinematic vibes.
So I think it's super cinematic now. Like just when you hear it, I think it'll separate you from the album and take you to like its own place. I think that's like the beauty of the song.
I mean, like, you know me the whole time, just because of how I write story tracks, I kind of like, I hated it in the beginning, like the process, because I was like, yo, I think we should all be sitting down together and come up with this joint. Because if I say some shit, you know what I mean, and then O say some shit.
How many times I try to do that?
You know what I mean? Listen, all I know is like we couldn't. I guess we couldn't get on the same page on it, and I literally was like, yo, you know what? With my process, I'm better off just waiting till like we mixing it down to throw my verse on it. Like, and that's literally what I did. We got there, we sat there, and I literally had to rewrite everything but that last four over like while we were there. It's like, all right, let me make sure. I wanted to hear what O said to make sure I'm cohesive, because at that point it's no longer on the story track. It ain't about competition.
Yeah,
it's about cohesiveness. Like, I gotta make sure the story fit. You know what I mean? So after hearing his verse and after hearing the way Max came into his verse, it's like, all right, bam. And you seen how quick that was. It just bam. Let me make sure I got the cohesiveness. Got a couple bars just to sound like me. Put it together.
And I just want to rebut all that he just said with this logical statement. How the fuck you gotta worry about what they doing if you got the first verse?
Because
and I gave you all the detail. That's why I was kind of confused. But even though I understood bringing everybody together, of course, but I'm just like, well, if I gave you all the details and you setting the tone, as long as you just wrap it up nicely with all the details involved.
You don't even gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, like package it. Package all the details of the story. Like,
I think me going first, like me doing my joint first, because I'm in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think my joint like that made the most sense if we wasn't going to sit in the room together.
There you go.
Because that way like Wayne can see what I'm talking about, so he know like, all right, bet, like
that's how you end it.
And you gotta remember, you wrote a script, bro. Like,
yeah,
you wrote us a script, bro. Like we would have had that script, bro. Just for my part, bro, I could have did the entire beat.
Yo,
like
I said
the entire
same
beat, bro.
thing.
Like each piece of that shit, bro, was a story in itself.
And everybody had to take cuts out of that story. Like,
Yeah.
everybody had to take little
So I
things
had to
out.
remember shit from his joint to be like, you know what I'm saying, to refer to, so niggas would be like, all right, it's the same story.
And if I didn't hear his part, I would have never put the sister part in mine.
Yeah.
Like,
How you gonna reference his joint? He ain't do it yet. He did his
I
own.
was doing it from
no, he
the
was doing it
script.
from the heat.
details.
So wait, you had
He sent the whole shit.
But look at this though.
the script had people's names on with their parts. That's
Yeah.
what- Okay, cool.
So, again, rebut with the logic. O was capable of reverting back to the first verse details to tie shit together. But Wayne is telling me he wasn't capable of looking at shit that was in the head, looking at his verse.
It
Little things.
was just little
When I
things.
first
think we
did
should
it,
still
I didn't
been
mention
together.
assistant.
No,
Yeah.
you gave me a fucking Biggie reference verse when you first did
That's
that.
true.
I was like,
Because
man,
I'm
you
like,
gonna do me
damn,
like that?
how
nigga?
can I, like, I'm like, yo, I gotta,
like that.
I need my shit to be like still fit
You
how
gave
I
me
do
a
my
warning
story.
verse. You gave me the left of the warning bonus verse. Ready to die.
No,
Oh,
listen,
fuck,
listen.
I heard this shit on Born to
Hearing-
Die.
No, that was
Born Again, I
niggas
mean.
bleed just no. Yeah, nobody took somebody
Yeah,
killed
I'm
him.
joking.
I mean, nigga, I know where my references come from. So when he did his joint, when I first did my joint, before he laid his joint, remember we went to the studio, I did my joint. You was like, damn, they only got like one part of the story in it. I was like, all right. So let me make sure this nigga gonna put the sister in there. He put the sister in there and said, all right, I gotta redo it. I left. You know what I mean? I get the joint. I mean, well, I never got it from him. I ended up waiting until we went to the session. I'm like, all right, I know how I wanted to sound. Let me just hear Max, make sure nothing I say contradict what he say. Because if I say I got shot in the foot in the first verse, and this nigga talk about running a marathon in the third verse, we fucked. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, put it together. Heard his joint and said, all right, now I know where my limits are. Knock the verse out. Like,
all in all, I'll extend it. Do another 30. But yeah, overall, I think it's a great song.
it came out great.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't heard it yet. I'm just confident that it came out.
Yeah,
good. Just like,
and I'm personally happy with it because, like I said, it's, and I call it familiar series because even back to the original script, my whole idea from the story is that, even though it may have certain details that's specific, this shit ain't nothing new. Shit ain't nothing fucking strange. Everybody knows somebody fucking doing in jail for something or whatever. So that's a familiar part. Then it's also my family, so familiar. A little play on words with it. Then after that, we got Misguided. That's track 14, I believe. And that's with the beat. We end up switching or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted some, just some hard ass beans, kiss type shit, whatever. So I feel like
that's a good one for that.
we got that accomplished. Cool. We got that accomplished. So initially, Wayne probably had the first verse done to that. And I was like, this shit is crazy. Gotta give you credit for that. This is a crazy ass verse. And I don't think nobody else, it took a long time for y'all to get their part. Because you wasn't on it initially. You was supposed to be on a different song. Yeah, whatever. Y'all fuck with that joint?
Oh no, that one I felt like that was the joint that you called Dare.
Yeah, Dare initially. And initially I'm like, yo, yeah, this song give me the 80s crack era when Reagan had to just say no, dare, don't do drugs vibe. Like, yeah, so talk that shit, but don't be necessarily like glorifying, play on dare, make it a hook possibly. Then it come together that way, and I
don't think that song needed. I think the way you said it, like Beans Kiss, like it was like the Locks, Rough Riders, like coming together. It's like we not putting no hook on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just going. Like Reservoir Dogs ain't got no hook. It's just bar, bar, bar. So I just think that's just like paying homage to it.
This guy done closed minded.
That's the one I put my hand on my head after I spit that verse. I'm like, whoa,
great verse.
I might have to keep this one, Q. Like,
yeah,
that shit came through. That shit came through.
I gave you a lot of verses. I was pissed. Like, God damn.
Max told me the same thing. Max said he gave me, I
said I gave you some album-worthy verses, and I'm currently working on my album. I was looking at this shit.
Yeah, real shit. Like,
see my man, they push this shit back.
Yeah, they I'm
was
I'm
like,
gone.
Nigga, we just did an album. Like, that's literally what we did. Nigga, we did an album. Like,
a piece.
A piece, yeah, like, a piece.
Then track 15, we called it an appraisal. Initially, we didn't have a title for it. We called that shit Too Deep for the outro. Because everybody loved the outro. I already knew the outro going to be a posse cut. I wanted to have a bunch of niggas going on some sickness or death type shit, whatever. But this joint, everybody wanted to be on as well. Everybody just loved the beat so much, whatever. And then nobody had a fucking hook on it either. But it gave me like Raw's wealth, luxurious type vibes.
Well.
That's exactly what it is.
Raw's wealth.
What niggas be talking about, bro?
Luxurious type vibes.
You fuck, bro. That's why I be talking.
this nigga said he really won. Don't get it twisted.
Bonus song.
How the video go?
Bonus song.
Yo, chill.
How the video go?
We can't even bring that
Y'all
up.
niggas drawn.
We gotta cut that. We gotta cut
that shit.
Anyway, it's called an appraisal. We ended up just having Famous, and Dave, and Frankie Hill, and shout out to my man Gerb. Gerb, when he found out I was wasn't gonna tell this nigga because he always is fucking coming around like, yo, let me get a verse. Because this nigga's a failed high school rapper that never put enough energy, effort into the shit, whatever. Yeah, because Gerb could have did. I feel Gerb is very talented. He has a good ear for things, but he don't want to be a rapper. He like Andrew Bynum and shit. But let me get a verse. I'm like, nigga, I'm like, all right. I had the vision of like the Devil in a New Dress type joint where like kind of like the beat just bleed and then Ross came out nowhere with it. I'm like, I'll give you that type joint if your verse hot enough and I find a beat for whatever. So dude, this beat had a space for it, thought it made sense. I need to kill this shit, whatever. And go Dave, you want on it.
I mean that's the one we was always going, right? Yeah, that's just rap shit. Now that's finally I got to one where it's like bar shit, rap shit. Because again, everything else I'm trying to make, you got a topic, you got a concept. I'm like, all right, bet how can we make this song, full in what you want it to be? So that's some rap shit. Yeah. I rap.
Walking with my
Niggas know how to rap. I'm trying to make music. So
But yeah,
that was
so
fun.
I feel like I think soon as that's when the beat. I feel as soon as you hear it, it's like, oh, this shit
yeah,
sounds
that's
tough,
that
whatever.
joint.
Then the outro, track 16, Curtains. When we first did it, I thought initially like the way the beat is like a build up, then it come down, and build up, come down for every verse. But then when it came down to it, I'm like, no, that's gonna be too much for the listeners. Already like 7 niggas rapping. Let's splice some of these verses together so they back to back, and then we put a skit in between some of the verses. So I would just say I think that shit came out dope as fuck. I'm dope as fuck. And so I outro of the year, Dying on the Hill. But I think it's just a great ass song. Literally, all y'all want it, all y'all killed your shit, whatever. So yeah, I'm curious who everybody thinks is their favorite verse. I really don't know who people might say, but I think everybody killed their shit, so I'm just happy with it. But anything else with the outro? Wayne has the last verse. I don't know if you knew that, but he has the last verse.
No, I'm just glad that everybody, like, on that shit, everybody came to rap. Like, I mean, every joint, everybody came to rap, but on that shit, like, niggas was rapping. Like, it was like, yeah,
I haven't heard it,
rap.
but that was my vision from the first day with me and Dave debating about niggas being competitive. And I'm like, nah, I want niggas to go at niggas, like, give me your best verse. From what it sounds like, it's like we accomplished that with the one song. So that's all I want.
I genuinely feel there's no weak spots on that whole song. I think everybody killed their verse. I think the skits ended up being good. I wasn't gonna really have no skits the way we did it, but I think they worked nicely.
I do want to apologize to everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I want to apologize to
Don't
everybody
even give
for
him
what I
space
did
for
at
this
the end of
dumb
that
shit.
joint.
I accept that shit.
Don't even give him
I
space
accept
for
that
this
shit.
I apologize. I mean, really, that's a real one. I mean, Max still won't accept my
Don't
apology,
give him
but
space for the dumb
just
shit.
saying, you know, it was critical. It's critical.
That's smart.
Wait, what was that bar though? All I remember, cause I didn't hear the whole. No, I didn't hear the whole verse. I just heard him when he was mixing the joint. I say PetSmart. What was like leading up to that? I just heard something moving like PetSmart. So that's why I was like, I wonder.
Something like that.
Yeah, I wonder what the beginning of that bar was. That's what I was asking.
Go back and listen to it.
Go back and listen to it. It's not out yet.
Go back and
Go
listen
back
to
and
You
listen.
said wait and listen to it, nigga.
Wait.
No, by the time this drop, hopefully it's out. I mean, it ain't gonna
It
be. I'm
won't
fucking
be,
with
yeah,
you.
it won't.
But I'm just- No, real shit though. I really bang
He
with
said,
everybody.
wait for me to
verse.
kill you, he said. That's what he said. Wait for me to kill you.
The homicide done. He just got realized. I mean,
Damn.
he just ain't realized.
It's a sixth sense. He don't know he did
He
yet?
ain't even.
Oh,
Yo, Bruce
shit.
Willis and that shit, man.
Oh.
It's probably.
That's cool. That's my nigga though, man. That's my nigga. But I'm just
The way
saying.
you saying is going.
Is it another thing I want to say? I'm gonna ask y'all things y'all feel like y'all learned about yourself. Things y'all feel like you're gonna think about into the future, moving on your own shit, music. But I know one thing I learned is like definitely just I already knew, of course, I know it's hard to make songs still, but the melody aspect of things, like making the hooks and just trying to make the full song. And cause I know I love music. I know I can separate. I don't know if this is different from other music, but like that's like. To make how hard it is to make a very great hook, or like a hook that's like really that's like a hit type hook, or a great melody and shit like that flows. So that's stuck out to me throughout this whole process. Also, just trying to this podcast has always been like a thing of like trying to navigate personalities and bring people together. But this shit was a whole different level of trying to do that on a day-to-day basis, keeping shit in track. So anything y'all gotta say about shit y'all gonna keep in mind moving forward? Then y'all learn about yourself, learn about others.
No, again,
Things
like,
you
you
got
know.
better at, worse at, fuck you, fuck everybody. Again.
No, just like I said, for me, just being able to have a situation where I'm thinking about, you know, how I want to move through life, and then situation comes up where I can go ahead and put that into practice and put that into effect. So to really, you know, get to make kind of sort of like camaraderie in a sense, like, you know, I ain't saying we all calling each other all day, but you know, just that you see niggas, oh shit, what's up? Like, you know, we had a time we did something, whether it's shit paying out or not. Like, it's not about, oh, nobody fuck with me no more. It's like, yo, moments happen, this shit was dope, you know, we was able to get something done. As far as you go, you know, you my homie, so whatever I can do to try to look out, you know, I love music too, and I'm really trying to figure out like a lot of different avenues and aspects of, not just, I rap and I got my shit, that's all in line, but like, you know, to figure out the business side of this shit too, I never cared about it, but it's actually pretty fun, like all the behind the scenes shit. So for, you know, you to come through and we, you know, like I said, you one of my homies, and then for us to do business and rock out like that, you trusted me in getting shit like that done. So yeah, that shit was dope. Experience all over. I fuck with it.
Anything about y'all?
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was dope.
Resume
I think,
shit.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of things that branch off because of this. Like a lot of niggas do features on their albums with other rappers because of that.
That's what I'm saying about it.
And then for me personally, like as an artist, I thought it was dope because I feel like your aspect for each song with me was like no 2 songs I was on was the same. It was all different styles. So I was taking a challenge, just like I just want to perform at a high level. And then just like the in-between stuff, like writing a hook for something, giving you a melody for something else, like even if I'm not on it, because I just thought that's just like...
Also, I forgot to say shout out to Dave for adding to the ad-libs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. That's one of those things that I was like, yo, like, all right, I give you a hook for this and I'm not on it, but then it's like, I wonder how like somebody's background would sound, and then Dave came in, pray it never change. Like, I was like, oh, that's the perfect, he don't got verse on that, but that background just took that song to another level that I feel like that's like, that was the big part for me, was like hearing everybody voices together and then being able to like, when I reach out to somebody now, I can be like, yo, I got this song for you. And it's like, oh yeah, I actually follow up with you because we did the Q joint together like that. So I think it's going to be legendary for the city and foreshadowing when we look back in hindsight.
I just like it. It just was like going to the rec. You know what I mean? Like, it's our craft. You know what I'm saying? It was just like going to the rec, like, pick up with niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like just learning how niggas work, learn how niggas, you know what I'm saying? I look at everything like it's hooping, so like I really look at it shit like yeah. It's tomorrow Sunday.
I ain't never seen this nigga out. First of all, everybody
like we didn't go hoop that one time, Dave, and he was right there. He like, oh, that's tomorrow. Oh, that's
niggas. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. But like for the aspect of making music, like Max was saying, like that's exactly what it is. You know, I feel like again, people need to be more into that aspect.
First off, talking about that hoop session, my arm still ain't straight after that shit. But no, on some real shit. I just take from it like really, more so what you got to learn from it. You know what I mean? I seen firsthand, and I talked to you multiple times about what you actually got to learn from it. Like sometimes when you be like hearing like, yo, why you sitting on music? Why you doing this? That's a third. Then when as the process was going, we was like, damn, now I see. Like I really like that was worth it to me. Like to get you to see like the inside of it, because we talk all the time. We talk on the podcast 24/7 about like some of the difficulties that comes in being an artist, but you got to see it firsthand. So I bang with everybody. Like I know I talk shit, but I bang with everybody that was on this project that I heard so far. Like I definitely respect the process and everybody doing their thing. But at the end of the day,
and you had the body. You had high expectations for niggas that had their verses done at first. I told you that you was right. I was like, no, that's perfect. And then like shit started happening, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, that shit. Asking us for an album in a month, bro. Like I had to peek, like, damn, bro, that shit.
Yo,
this nigga set the beats for a year and wanted us to come up with the album in a month.
I came into this joint, like, I started it way more open-minded than how I ended it. Mm-hmm. Like, they know I was coming in like, yeah, so when y'all think y'all gonna be done? Like, when y'all gonna start? Like, it was because I understand I'm not an artist. I understand that I'm learning everything with this shit, whatever. So that's why I remember specifically asking you, what you think niggas gonna be done writing? You was like, you the one.
I swear, I was like, no, that's probably. But then I thought about it like, damn, like, niggas is definitely working on our own shit. Like,
of course.
You know what I'm saying? So
we started in February, and I think initially, like, this shit can come out top of August. And I was like, niggas gonna be done writing by like June, recording July,
Oh yeah, well, I remember when you told me that. I said, bro, it's not how it's gonna be.
That's a very good, just for people giving you a couple verses, that's a very good estimate.
Mm-hmm. But shit happens, and that's why I was happy because I feel in this day and age, a few things I'm gonna touch on. One, everybody just like talking about shit but not doing shit with it. And what they love even more about talking about shit, but presenting like they doing shit when they really not doing shit right. So I want this whole process to be about genuine collaborations, actually productive shit, whatever activity, and being quiet, whatever.
Quiet, nobody knew shit.
It's not about showing it; it's just about proving it when it's done, whatever. And then also that made it easier. Once shit happened and fucked up and setbacks happened, of course it was internal pressure. That's what also had to relieve myself, mentally, where it's like. Nobody knows. Like, it's okay. Like, shit not folding out in certain ways, but, like, it's still cool. Like, it's like, because it was such an internal camp with all of us. It's like, I'm talking Dave, like, yo, like, the way we talk, I'm talking Max, it's in my mind, like, yo, shit is fucked up. Like, nobody knows still. There's literally no pressure. So that helped with the whole process of things, seeing it through, whatever. But yeah, so, like I said, by now, it's almost out whatever it's done. Everybody in the city love talking. The favorite tweet I love seeing is like, a lot of more people in the city work together. Or like, damn, when someone gonna do the Dreamville shit, or when this gonna happen,
Already did it. But wait, I got you now, right?
No, even more than that though. Besides me doing it, watch how many people like this shit didn't happen.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
now
like,
it's your job to support it so it can
facts.
happen again. Because we did our job. We was working
Facts.
for 7-8 months on this joint. So
Right.
now
It
it's
was a
the
fucking
time.
job.
Yeah,
It was a
it's the time where
contracting
like,
job.
if this shit is
What?
received properly, then niggas gonna be like, yo, we gotta do that again. Because that was
Exactly.
crazy. We gotta do a show. We gotta do something. But if
Exactly.
nobody listening to it, the niggas gonna be like, yeah, that's why we wanna do it.
Yeah, cause I've been noticing that just on a personal level recently. Just 'cause I feel like a lot of people, I realized that I intimidate a lot of people for different reasons. I'm not sure why. Like people call me sugar, I'm really not sure yet. But it's like I feel like I intimidate people because they weak and pussy, and like they not as good in certain ways. So I feel like shining light on me will take away any light from them in a certain way or whatever.
Right.
So it's like y'all just gotta stop. Like it's a lot of skits on the album. And many of the ways I tell people to stop bitching or stop being bitches, that just gotta come down to whatever. Like you gotta put like, I feel like people be trying to put like disguise hate as in like obliviousness. So bring it back to like, if everybody want the city to come together, first and foremost, this is a quality project.
Yeah.
You can say I don't really like his verse, I don't really like that, this and that, whatever. This is a quality project that is undeniable. I'm not rolling with none of this shit, but niggas they didn't hear it, you didn't know about it, because there's somebody on this project you like, whatever. So, there's no way niggas talking about...
You know niggas gotta be cool with niggas to do this. Like,
Yeah,
that's my man.
yeah. But so it's somebody on that you like. It's somebody here you follow. It's somebody here you bad for something before. It's somebody here that you asked something from. It's somebody here that you claim as a friend. Somebody you claim as a homie. So support this shit. Or you a bitch. Or you a fraud. Or you a pussy.
Talk that
Like,
shit.
yeah, so that's what kind of because niggas really just be frauding. Like, cause the main reason people don't get shit done is two reasons typically. You either fraud, no, a couple of reasons. You either fraud, lazy, or a bitch. So it's like, unless you one of those three things, which is fine, you can admit that. I said on the intro, like you the bitch, that's fine. But it's like,
You a bitch, be the best bitch.
yeah, like,
Be the baddest bitch.
you better be the baddest bitch. So it's like, yeah, so moral of the story, this is a great quality project. Support the shit, or you pussy, or a fraud. So it is what it is, whatever. I want to thank everybody that's a part of it. Pat myself on the back for doing the Raw album again. A lot of niggas do a bunch of EPs. A lot of niggas do one artist songs. This is a full album. I think it's eventful. Took a lot of time and focus and attention to detail, especially came into the fucking mixing process. That's something I definitely learned from as well. The mixing process.
It's worse than the recording process.
Yeah.
That's the fucking
I told you, shit,
That's
all
the
in one
work.
place. I told you, and it wasn't like I said, man. In the beginning,
No, that shit
not
was
a knock
trash in
on
one place,
anybody.
too.
No, you like
That shit was
More than trash would have been fucking expensive in one
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
That's
that's
true, that's
Well,
true,
like,
that's true, that's true.
How
But
many
I know-
sessions we did? Oh my god.
I definitely do.
$10
Like going back to that
Missed
Taji
the fucking
joint.
session.
Help me, I'm poor. Oh,
Hold on,
no,
listen. I'm going back to that Taji
Y'all can
joint.
skip Dave crib. You skip it, nigga. I'm at your door.
No,
man.
listen. Back to that Taji joint, and this don't go because it's rappers, so cats can record other places. But that Taji joint, the first joint, because I was there when he did that. You could have saved that if you had just took that to the studio. Like you could have. I seen what you were trying to do, and it was a matter of like playing with his voice on that track. I think
All my life.
the All My Life joint. I think it was a matter of playing with his voice that you could have saved him on that. Now look, it came out fine. I heard after, but just saying, could have saved him.
Shout out to Taji, man. You know, he did his job. I'm down the hill, like I said, whatever. I'm glad I haven't down on that hill necessarily in the end. But
Yeah, he can't do. He did all this shit on the spot. He got respect.
Yeah,
But he just
definitely.
look at. I
That's
gotta take
why
that
he's-
sound trash.
And he gotta remember, like, he don't record.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why he's
that's
still
You know what I'm saying?
alive.
Like, he don't
did his
record.
thing.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So
we
it's
was in there
like,
telling like, yeah, bro, just do what you
first
say.
time
Like,
recording,
Yeah.
it's like, yo.
And I'm glad that's another. I'm glad I feel he got a lot from it to get more confident, get more familiar with shit. And he said he want to start doing more shit. So again, I think everybody got something from the whole process. So I'm glad I don't feel like nobody walked away from it like, oh, like that nigga Q's tripping, shit was bullshit. But again, shout out to people like Frankie Hill, because even though again I feel like people was like I'll have people a part of it to drive across a bridge. And that's a different kind of respect and dedication. Like so, again, shout out to him. And again, lastly, what I would say, I feel what the industry or the game or the scene is missing is genuine respect for people, whatever. You can I feel a lot of people be begging for support but don't support others. Like a lot of artists like, yo, like retweet this for me, like this retweet can lead me to my next fan or this and that, whatever. But I ain't see you retweet one artist ever. Like I see you only go to events that your people are doing, whatever. Like truly as someone you probably are in a clique with or whatever. So like, if you want support others. A lot of people call me controversial or toxic or crazy or whatever. I support a lot of people. Not because I feel I wanted this project to happen in the future, but if I like your shit, I tell all the time. I post the shit. I like this song. I didn't like this part or whatever. I tell people all the time. I love Max Project. I love Jus O Project. I've been there. We had a whole fucking album breakdown. Bro, Wayne heard 18,000 times, whatever. Like, it's not a big deal. You fuck with someone on a personal level or artistic level, why not just be genuine about whatever?
There you go.
So again, stop being bitches and be real with your shit, whatever. So again, thank you all, gentlemen.
Fuck out here.
True. Fuck Dave only though. But yeah, so that's all, folks. By now, we probably should have like at least three singles out. Dream Alive is definitely out, especially. She's gonna have it most likely out, and Save Change, that's the next single, that should be out. To the side, the possibly controversial one, we'll see how that unfolds. That's probably coming out soon. And also, shout out to Tell. It's on the daily. A lot of people like the artwork we have so far. Tell, the twins, the artistic twins of the city. If you need some artwork, some visuals, go hit up Dave. It's on the daily. What the fuck you gotta do? Get in contact with them. They did all the artwork, whatever. Shout out. They also did my artwork. It's still on site.
I said shout out to homies.
I think it. I think something else.
No.
I'm telling you. But yeah, so shout out to them. If you need anything done visually, hit them up. Shout out to Army Zen. Army Zen actually, he mixed Dream Alive. That's the one song he did mix. Yeah, not the rest of the tracks though, but he did a good job of Dream Alive.
Not the rest of them though.
Shout out to Gibbs through Wayne. He ended up doing the rest of the tracks, whatever. So shout out to them.
Drake Gibbs?
Nah,
I'm just fucking with y'all, bro. You just said Gibbs through Wayne.
But yeah, so that's all. RightonQuelive talk about we are live out now. More things coming soon. It won't be the first, won't be the last. I actually got the next two projects already laid out. Fun fact, true story. Got the whole idea for it. So coming soon. We out.
Out of the same batch of the 200.
He said, all right, niggas, back to work.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send this email.